So it's now my great pleasure to introduce our first speaker, who many of you may already know as a WWE superstar and an alumni of MTV's Real World. Now, I must admit that I was reluctant at first to include a wrestler as part of an event that really stresses being kind online. I don't think it's any secret that wrestlers, when they're in the ring, are sometimes less than gentle. But you know, that's what they do for a living. That's entertainment. That's how they're performing. That is not how they are in real life. And I think that our guest later will exemplify how somebody who's in the world of wrestling and may sometimes play a bad guy on TV can be a great guy and a great role model and a very gentle soul as he lives his real life. I think there's a big difference between how people portray themselves. In fact, this very studio where you are, Universal Studios, and for those of you who don't know, this is not just a theme park. They actually make movies and television shows right here on this lot. And I guarantee you there are many villains, or many actors who have played villains on this lot who are wonderful human beings. I've actually met some of them. And so the creative process is wonderful, and we are so honored to have a great artist here today. I also learned that The Miz is part of WWE's anti-bullying program, and that the WWE has partnered with some great organizations, including DoSomething.org, Special Olympics, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, StopBullying.gov, and other organizations, including our partner, the National PTA, who's here today as well. So this is an organization that really does reach out, and we're so honored to have with us The Miz, Mike The Miz Mizanin. Mike, come on up.
Is that all you got? Come on, guys. We're at Universal Studios. We're being broadcast live all over the world. Let them hear you. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, NBC Universal, Comcast, and Connect Safely for having me. It is an honor and a privilege to be here talking to you about bullying and how we can prevent it. On a show of hands out here, how many of you have been bullied in your life? 97% of students has said that they have been bullied in their life. 1 out of 10 of those students have said, have dropped out of school. 1 out of 10 have dropped out of school because they're afraid to go to school, because they're afraid to go in the hallways. They're afraid to eat in the cafeteria, afraid to play in the playground. But now, bullying isn't just in the schools. It's with us on our cell phones, on our iPads, on our laptops. It's with us in our homes, in our bedrooms, because of the internet. The #1 form of bullying nowadays is cyberbullying. Back in my day, and I'm going to age myself a little bit, we didn't have the internet and we didn't have cyberbullying. But these are things that you are faced with each and every day. It's not just physical bullying anymore. It's not just emotional bullying. It's not damage of property or breaking something of yours. Now we have cyberbullying. So how do we prevent cyberbullying? Actually, quickly, how many of you have Twitter? How many of you have Instagram? Whoa! Twitter's getting outnumbered by Instagram, I'll tell you what. How about Facebook? Okay, we're a little motivated here, huh? I guess someone's sponsoring this little corporation now, aren't they? Well, cyberbullying happens all the time now. I'm a WWE superstar, and I get bullied all the time on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. And ways that I prevent bullies from affecting me, letting their negativity get to me, is I block those people. I block them. I block their messages. I don't resend them. I don't forward them, because if you do forward them, if you do resend them, then you're egging them on. You're allowing them to get the better of their view, and you don't want that at all. Another way of preventing cyberbullying is sometimes I feel that when you are getting people talking negative stuff about you, saying things on the internet that you don't like, sometimes we keep it to ourselves. We bottle it up and we isolate ourselves. And I think that's where the 1 out of 10 people come from that drop out of school, because they're isolating themselves. They're getting away from everybody. What you need to do is tell somebody. Talk to a friend, a family member, a trusted adult, a coach, anybody. Get it out there. You don't need to feel that negativity. You don't need to do that. And luckily, Facebook is allowing people to report those bullies. So thank you very much, Facebook, for taking a stand against bullying and allowing us to report those bullies out there. WWE is all about putting smiles on people's faces. I have traveled the world. I've been all over the place, and I've performed for audiences worldwide, young kids, teenagers, adults, you name it, I've performed for them. And the one thing that I know is that WWE is entertainment. It is a place to escape your reality. But when I look out there and I look out to this audience, I realize that what you go through, the problems with cyberbullying and regular bullying and bullying all around is real. It's a real epidemic, and it's not just in the United States. It is worldwide. That is why WWE has founded the Be a Star campaign. It is our anti-bullying initiative. Star meaning show tolerance and respect towards everyone. Do you know how easy it is to be positive instead of negative? Yesterday, I was getting on a plane to come down here to speak to you, and I walked on, and the flight attendant said, "I like your suit." I said, "Thank you," and I started walking to my seat, and it made me feel a little taller. I felt a little confident with myself. It put a smile on my face. And the rest of the day, I felt good about myself. That one small compliment made me feel so good. And that's the power that we have. That is the power that positivity has in our lives. And you have that power. I remember when I was your age, that table right there, that table right there, that table right there. I remember when I was your age. I wanted to try out for the basketball team. Now, I wasn't as tall and as big and handsome as I am right now, but I was determined. I was dedicated. Everyone told me I wasn't going to make it, that I wasn't tall enough. I was the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. When I tried out for that basketball team, guess what? I made it. A couple years later, I was 18 years old. I was in college, and I saw that you could try out for The Real World on MTV. How many of you guys know The Real World? Okay, good. I'm not that old then, all right. So I tried out for The Real World, and people were like, "What's going to stand you out from 40,000 people? You're never going to make that show." But guess what? I tried out, and I made it. Then I said the big one. I said I wanted to be a WWE superstar. People laughed at me. Said, "You're not 6'7", 300 pounds of pure solid muscle." And I said, "I know, but I'm going to do it." And not only did I become a WWE superstar, I became a 12-time champion, main eventing WrestleMania in front of 90,000 people. So when people tell you that you can't do something, I don't care if it's on the internet or to your face, do not believe them. If you have the heart, if you have the determination, if you have the love, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the sacrifice, you can do anything you put your mind to. Just believe in yourselves. Don't believe someone on the internet. It is our job and our duty to make the internet a safer place and make the world a safer place, to be more positive in our lives. So, are we going to make the internet a safer place? Whoa. Are we going to make the internet a safer place? That's more like it. Thank you very much to NBC Universal, Comcast, and Connect Safely. Thank you very much for having me. And normally when I end these sort of speeches and my promos on WWE, I end it with I'm the Miz and I'm awesome. But you guys, today, with making the internet a safer place and the world a safer place, knowing how to prevent bullies and stopping them in their tracks, you are awesome. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Larry.
Give it up one more time for WWE Superstar.